गुड मॉर्निंग गाइस, वेलकम टू वाओ आईएएस। तो आज का न्यूज़पेपर देखते हैं। बिफोर वी स्टार्ट, सी these are my handwritten notes of today's newspaper. If you want, you can check out these notes from our Telegram channel. This is our Telegram channel, Wow IS. We have more than 10,000 subscribers here. So you can come here. You can also join our channel and also download the notes for free of cost. Okay. चलिए आज का न्यूज़पेपर देखते हैं, ठीक है। So first news is regarding center bans PFI 8 front bodies for 5 years under UAPA. So this news is being in the news that PFI issue for like past I think more than a week. Okay, so now they have decided to ban this organization. So there are two organizations which are more important. One is Popular Front of India, another is Social Democratic Party of India. So basically what news was saying that this Social Democratic Party of India is the front political party of Popular Front of India, but government has not banned this Social Democratic Party of India because they are unable to link both of them, and they have also in their statement said that we have no links with Popular Front of India. Chale, we'll see the news. First thing, so Chotu wants to know what is UAPA. So we have to cover that. Okay, so from where to cover it, I'll show you. See, this is next IS article. Okay, I have just copied it from here. If you want, you can go to their website and check it out. Okay, so Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA, when it came in 1967, and latest amendment was in 2019. What it does, it prevents territorial terrorist activities by individuals and associations. Okay, it was amended multiple times, no need to know that. What are the key provisions? It covers both Indian and foreign nationals. Second, it also covers offences outside India. Then investigation to be completed within 90 days, otherwise the accused will get a default bail. Charge sheet to be filed within 180 days of arrest. Okay, and there is a provision for a special court. So here also for this PFI, now government will form a special court under which they can defend themselves. They will get a chance to present their point of view that they are not linked to any terrorist activities. Okay, then see, in 2019 got amended. Why it got amended? So now union government can designate individual or an organization as a terrorist organization if it participates in any act of terrorism, prepares for terrorism, promotes terrorism, or otherwise involved in terrorism. So this was the amendment made in 2019. Okay, so now if NIA is investigating leading the investigation, then Director General can approve seizure for properties. Okay, these things are not that much important. Okay, and they have also added this also, International Convention for Suppression of Acts on Nuclear Terrorism. Okay, under the schedules of Terrorist Act. So if someone is linked to these acts, that will be also considered as a terrorism. Okay, चलिए next news देखते हैं. This is done. Next news is सेंटर एक्सटेंड फ्री राशन स्कीम फॉर 3 months. अब देखिए ये जो फ्री राशन स्कीम है, दैट इज प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना. It has been started in during the time of COVID pandemic lockdowns. Okay, so since then it is being extended. So कुछ नया नहीं है इसमें, बस मैं आपको एक बार न्यूज दिखा देता हूँ, ठीक है. So what is important here is the scheme aimed at providing each person who is covered under National Food Security Act with an additional 5 kg wheat or rice for free. See, 5 kg they are getting at a subsidized rate and 5 kg they are getting free of cost through PDS. Okay, this much is important under this. Nothing else important with this scheme. चलिए next देखते हैं. ASI finds Buddhist caves, temples in Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve in MP. So see, what is important here? Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve, where it is? It is in Madhya Pradesh. Specifically in Madhya Pradesh, it is in Umaria district. Okay, this much you should know. And Bandhavgarh is known for tiger density. Okay. Currently Madhya Pradesh is a tiger state, and one of the major reason why MP is a tiger state is Bandhavgarh. Okay, so important takeaways from this news is they got the world's largest Varha sculpture here. What is Varha? Varha is the one of the 10 incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Okay, this much is important here. चलिए next news देखते हैं. Before reading editorial, we'll cover the remaining things. Yeah, okay. This news we have already covered. Okay. Then Venkat Ramani appointed next Auditor General, Attorney General for India. Okay, so now this is a regular exercise, but better you go through because it's a constitutional post, you just go through the articles relating to Attorney General. I am not covering it here. Okay, majorly his appointment, his tenure, his qualification, these things you must know, because in prelims they may ask. Okay. Then Eastern Command's ex-chief Anil Chauhan is Chief of Defence Staff. So this I have covered. See, this is a new post. This is the second appointment after Bipin Rawat. Bipin Rawat, I hope you guys remember, he died in a plane crash. Okay. So CDS, Chief of Defence Staff, he also acts as Secretary to Department of Ministry of Affairs. Okay. Then secondly, the appointment which was happening for CDS, the rules for that were amended in June 2020. Why they were amended? To allow retired officers plus 3-star officers, those who are retired and had 3 stars, to be considered for CDS. But age limit is there, that is of 62 years. So if someone is getting retired at 60, he will be having only 2 years to serve as CDS. Okay. CDS is a post which was created in December 2019. Okay, what it does, it acts as a principal military advisor. CDS acts as a principal military advisor to Ministry of Defence. Second, he is the permanent chairman of Chief of Staff Committee. So you have to, they can write that who is the ex-officer chairman of Chief of Staff Committee. Prelims they might ask. So you should know that he is the permanent chairman of Chief of Staff Committee. Okay, चलिए next news देखते हैं. SC criticizes centre's failure to settle mercy petition of Rajanna. And now who is Rajanna? That we'll see. Rajanna, his full name is Balwant Singh Rajanna. What he has done, he has assassinated the CM Ben Singh, who was the CM of Punjab that time. Okay, so he is on a death row for past 27 years, and in 2019, government has decided to spare him. Here, what you need to know about is Article 372, that is presidential pardon, and how pardoning powers are for president are different from governors. So Chotu said that he knew this, so I didn't cover it in the news. चलिए next देखते हैं. चलिए first article, separately together. So basically it is talking about how opposition is trying to come together to fight against BJP. So it is completely a political article, and it's not much relevant to our UPSC, whether for prelims or mains. Okay, next. Talent recognition. Science awards are an encouragement and should not be cut down. So basically why it has come here, this article, recently government has is planning, basically Home Ministry is trying to reduce the number of awards given in the field of science, okay, and research. So in that case, what they are saying is that if you'll reduce the number of awards, then the rewards will go only to those who are at the epitome of research. Youngsters will not get boost to get into the field of research, because many of the small awards goes to young guys who are trying to do well in the research and science industry. Okay, so there are two kinds of awards. One is national award, another is funded out by private endowments. Okay, then they are talking about Prime Minister's vision, that is transformation of the award ecosystem. In 2018, what Mr. Modi said, that Padma Awards should recognize ordinary people doing selfless work rather than well-known personalities who repeatedly back that. So that was the shift in Padma Awards. You might have seen in the recent awards, the guys who are getting these awards are not that much well-known. Okay. In that manner, they want to reduce the number of awards in the R&D field also. Okay, research and development field, and they want to restrict that along with increasing the transparency in the selection process. Okay, so as I have already told that this award giving to youngsters, it's for the like increase the vigor among them, so it should not be reduced. Okay, and what they are saying is highlighting us awards for sports and gallantry awards like for defense, army, air force, and navy. It's comparatively easy because that can be quantified, but you can't get an Einstein in a day. It's a process. It takes a huge time. So if you don't promote an Einstein at the early stage, he might not become an Einstein. So for that, these awards to research field should keep on going. Okay, that they have discussed. Okay, next article we'll see. ग्लोब चेंजिंग रिवर्बरेशंस ऑफ द यूक्रेन वॉर. अब देखिए ये जो आर्टिकल है, दिस आर्टिकल टॉक्स अबाउट रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर, and it's been a long time since we are getting editorials on that article. Current article is on the line of war scenario, but in respect of India's position, it has not dealt much, so it's not much of use for us. Okay, so we can skip it. If someone wants to read, even then you can read this paragraph, and I personally feel it's of no use, so I have not covered it. Okay. In nature's warning signs, a nudge of riparian states. So basically this article talks about the current situation of Pakistan, where almost 1/3 of Pakistan is facing the brunt of flood. Okay, in correlation to that, it is talking about India being a lower riparian country to China in respect of Brahmaputra river, and to Nepal in respect of Kosi and Gandak river. Okay, in with this background, we'll see whatever is mentioned here in the article. Okay, first thing I have discussed. So see, once that water which is clogged is removed, it will bring disease and severe shortage of potable water. That water is not drinkable, so it will result in pure water shortage. Okay, then it talks about, see, in recent times in June we have seen severe floods in Assam that was worst in the history. Okay, and that has affected almost 30 districts of Assam. Okay, now we generally talk about flood as a natural phenomena, but its impacts are elevated because the hydrological information and other informations related to the river basin are not shared with the lower riparian countries, states, or you can say countries also. Okay, so now he talks about customary international law. Okay, so customary international laws say that shared natural resources, it talks about shared natural resources. So shared natural resources should not be used in a manner so that it harms the another country. Suppose in India, if we'll consider India and Pakistan, India should not use the water of the 5 rivers with Jhelum, Chenab is there, Indus is there, okay, Satluj is there, Ravi is there, Byas is there. Byas is actually a tributary. So should not use them in such a manner that it should harm Pakistan. Like we'll prepare dams on that, and as soon as rain will come, we'll open the gates. So that should not happen. That is customary international law. Okay, what comes out of that? Not to release water to cause flood in another co-sharer of the river. So first thing is shared natural resources. We have talked how to use them. From that it came that you should avoid floods. Then how to avoid floods? It talks about management of flood. See, it is a natural phenomenon, no doubt, and you can't avoid it also. But if you share the information, if countries share the information of utilization of these kinds of natural resources, the calamity and the impact of or the disaster which these kinds of natural calamities bring, that can be reduced to the minimum. Okay, now they talk about International Court of Justice has given a order in respect of pulp mill on the river Uruguay, Argentina versus Uruguay case 2010. where it upheld that transboundary environmental impact assessment. Okay, they discuss about that of a planned measure or projects on the shared water course is a part of customary international law. Okay, so they talk about transboundary environmental impact assessment. See, these things are not of much relevance, but still it is very informative, this particular article. That's why I'm covering it. Okay, after it talks about Brahmaputra and India. So now see, China is the upper riparian country, India is a lower riparian country. What happening? India has to face the brunt of flood, especially in the area of Assam. Okay, what is happening currently is on Brahmaputra, China has constructed multiple dams. Okay, and during the rainy season, they release water which causes flood in Assam region. So this release of water is against customary international law. Okay, now the issue is there is no comprehensive sub-basin or all basin level mechanism to deal with water management of Brahmaputra, and information sharing is not to that extent. Okay, now they talk about two conventions of UN which deals with these kinds of situations. First is United Nations Convention on the Law of Non-Navigational Use of International Water Courses, and second one is United Nations Economic Commission for Europe on the protection and use of transboundary water courses and international lakes 1992 water convention. So out of this he talks about UNWC, that is United Nations Convention on Laws of Non-Navigational Use of International Water Courses. Here in under Article 27 it talks about individually and jointly they have to do mitigation strategies they have to make. Okay, so that natural causes or harmful conducts of the common resources like flood or ice condition, waterborne diseases, siltation, erosion, salt water intrusion, drought or desert should not happen. Okay, India is not a signatory to these conventions. So between India and China there is an MOU which was signed in 2013. Okay, on the basis of that they are sharing hydrological information only for a specific months from June to September, that is during the monsoon month or flood season. Okay, but that information sharing is specific to hydrological information. India does not get information regarding the developments nearby the river basin, because developments near river basin impact flood situations in India also. Okay, so urbanization, deforestation activities going on the river basin of Brahmaputra is not being shared with India. Okay, after that Mr. Anwar Sadat discuss about India, Nepal and flood prevention. So we have already discussed that why we are getting flood, because of Koshi and Gandak river. Okay, and nowadays see monsoon is like also shifting its course because of climate changes. So we are getting heavy seasonal precipitation within a limited time frame. Also glacial retreat because of global warming is increasing. So because of that, water on these rivers, especially Koshi and Gandak, is increasing during the monsoon season, which brings flood not only in Nepal but in Bihar in India. Okay, so here what he is suggesting is that we should consider river basin as single entity, and we should have an integrated approach towards improving the river basin and flood risk management. Okay, so this much is there in this article. Okay guys, we'll meet tomorrow again. Good day, happy learning.